Welcome all to the SnailTrail4x4 podcast. If you like going off-roading on Toyotas, wrenching on Toyotas, camping on Toyotas, and maybe even poking a little bit of fun at Toyotas, and of course hearing about how fantastic slate rounds are in Toyotas, then this is the podcast for you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tyler, and joining me for another episode of the SnailTrail4x4 podcast is Jimmy Jet. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing better than you are. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think everybody good at this point is doing better than I am.
Yeah. What's the matter with you over there? Why are we on Riverside?
I've been fighting this stupid thing that has been deemed as sinusitis for like 2 months now. I went to Barrett Lake this weekend, which we'll talk about sooner or later, and it was a really dusty trip, and I think it just all the dust aggravated my sinuses and like kicked it into 11. And so before I had all the congestion, but I never had a fever. I never had like a real big loss of energy. I never really had body aches. And like this time, now that I've been back from Barrett, I have all that. I have a fever, body aches. I'm super lethargic, along with all the congestion that I've been fighting for the past 2 months. So I'm pretty much done with this, man.
Yeah, I bet. Nobody wants to be sick for like a month.
Yeah, I've equated it to rubbing 40 grit sandpaper on your pooper sphincter for over and over and over again. It just kind of wears on you mentally after a while.
Yeah.
So,
well, I can talk all about where the pooper sphincter ends go. Maybe at another time too.
That's right. We can start at my end and
and we'll end
over in your end. Yeah.
At the end of it all.
Yeah. Jeez.
No, I'm sorry to hear you're sick again.
It's whatever. I'm kind of tired. Like I said last time, I was just mentally over it. I was just frustrated and done with it, and I'm at that point again. So like I've been noticing I'm not really paying too much attention to having a filter on things I say right now.
Oh, perfect.
And I'm on medication, and as I get tired and the filter gets worse. So we may end up kind of like slipping into senility here as we go along recording today.
We'll just have to have a...
There you go. Yeah, have the beep button ready.
Ready to go whenever Tyler talks.
Yeah.
You gonna talk, Tyler? I'm ready.
I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm ready.
I'm ready. Well, we do have a fun episode for people today. We do have a lot of stuff to cover. We got the ball rolling last Thursday and completely forgot to talk about birthdays, FNGs, everything that was going on. And by this point in time, now all the gift boxes have been shipped out. Mm-hmm. Most of them should be arriving, if not already or very soon. Maybe our one listener up in Canada is still waiting for his for a little while.
Charles Locke's going to be waiting on his for a bit.
Charles, I don't think gets one. Charles is on the giveaway tier, but not the gift box tier.
Gotcha. All right.
We got some updates on the 5-year birthdays, and then maybe if there's time, Tyler and I might go into some of our weekend updates, but we might save Tyler's because he did actually go outside and go do some wheeling for Monday's episode. So we'll see how this all goes. But let's see. But before we get there, I figure I'm going to talk the whole time this podcast because Tyler can barely think straight.
Yeah, it's a big hazy fog upstairs right now. So
you are upstairs.
I may end up kind of talking. I am upstairs. That's right. I may end up talking and then just kind of like zoning out in the mid sentence. Yeah. So if that happens, just be ready.
Drugs are good. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Well, let's see. So we've got a giveaway item this month, which we are giving away 2 of our gift boxes, which we will talk about here in a little bit. But if you want to get in to win a gift box from us, which this was a really cool gift box. I've actually had a lot of people reaching out to me saying how happy they were with this gift box, which is pretty cool.
Samesies.
Yeah, it's rad. If you want to get one of the gift boxes from us, go over to iRate4x4, click on the watch list and discuss section. And then there's the SnailTrail4x4 form right there. And then all the options are either on the right side if you're on your PC or on the bottom if you're on the mobile. So you can go over there, click on the gift box tier. It's only open for another like 15-ish days. So get over there and get in, sign up for that gift box tier if you want to get a gift box from us. Once again, we only open the gift box tier in October and in April. So you have to get in it now if you want to get a gift box from us.
Si, senor.
I like it.
That's I got nothing to add.
Good. No worries. Yeah. So if you are going to move any tiers during this period, please remember that you have to go on to PayPal and you have to change your own subscription. So there's a really easy way to do it. I've actually had a few people ask and move up in the gift box tier, and they asked how to cancel it. So I have a whole like step-by-step thing from PayPal on how to cancel your subscription. So if you have any questions on that, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you get through that. But any tier you're changing, you need to go on to PayPal and change and cancel this previous subscription that you want to drop.
Does that subscription process work the same for Schmonly Schman's subscriptions on PayPal?
I don't know. I mean, I'm only on Only Feet, so it works pretty similar for that one. But
okay,
yeah, I'm not sure how those subscriptions work. If I can go on to PayPal and turn that off.
I was going to say I just need to adjust my patron tiers with your subscription service. So,
yeah. If you want to see my feet, we can do that.
You have really nice feet.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Is that why we go camping all the time?
That's
let's
why we
see.
go swimming all the time.
Yeah, there you go. You can also get and win a set of tires by leaving us a review on Apple Podcast. And you can do that at your leisure whenever you want. But the sooner you get in, the better, because every 50 reviews that we do, that we get to on our way to 750 reviews, we are giving away swag packs. So because Chartable is leaving, are we actually going to go backwards in reviews?
Yeah, I need to pull that data before they clear and cancel out, which I think is coming up soon. It's like the end of October, right?
I don't remember.
So yeah, hopefully if we do it right, we won't go backwards.
Okay.
I just need to do it right.
Yeah. We'll figure that out. We're going to try not to go backwards, but for some odd reason, we have more reviews on Chartable than we have on actual Apple Podcast. And we've been using the Chartable feed to keep track of everything. So that, regardless of that being said, we're going to be at 700 reviews not too long from now, which you can, when you get to that 700 reviews, a lucky winner is going to win an Onyx Off-Road Elite membership and a swag pack from us at SnailTrail4x4 and maybe some other goodies, and who knows what the MFers might throw in there.
Yeah, you guys should be scared and afraid.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always scared and afraid every time I go down to that warehouse. Who knows what's on my truck these days?
Yeah.
But once we get to 750 reviews, we're giving away a set of tires from Yokohama Tire. Big thank you to Yokohama for sponsoring that giveaway. And you can pretty much choose any tire you want. We have the regulations or the rules are they have to be smaller than a 20-inch rim and DOT approved tires, which pretty much is a whole bunch of almost all of their tires, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Yokohama. I haven't gotten to go wheeling that much this year. I think I've done 2 wheeling trips other than Barrett Lake. And so Barrett Lake was probably the hardest trip I've done so far this year.
Okay.
And I am really happy with how the tires performed. They hooked up on everything. It was kind of like just a reminder of how nice they are for rock crawling. They just mold to everything. There was a couple times when I was trying to climb something, you just hear the lugs going clunk, 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 and then it grabs and pulls you right up. So they're freaking awesome tires. And it was just a nice reminder this weekend to be like, God, yeah, I love these tires.
Yeah. I've always been happy with their grip for sure. In regards to their tires, though, I was talking to a listener and he was commenting about how we've said that their sidewalls are soft because Tyler's poked or popped 2 of their sidewalls. Yeah. I tried to semi-defend Yokohama. One, because the primary time that you pinched one of the tires, you didn't know how to drive. Well, I mean...
Oh, totally.
You still don't know how to drive. But I mean, yeah, you were trying to literally drive between a rock and a hard place. And we're trying to squeeze your rig, which you weren't used to those axles, between two big ass objects. And it didn't really work. And fortunately for you, the tire was the thing that gave and not something else mechanical.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the second time was. What was the second time that you popped
the
sidewall?
second time was a pretty minor puncture. It was a rock that was hidden under snow, and I hit it while waving at some people, not really paying attention to where I was driving, figuring if I was going to hit something, I would just go into the snowbank.
Sure.
But turns out there was a sharp rock underneath the snowbank, and that's what ended up puncturing the tire. But I'm still running that tire, the punctured tire, on Kermit right now, and thanks to Glue Tread, which, do as we say, not as we do. Do not run Glue Tread tires on the road, everybody. But I'm still running that tire, and it does great. So.
Yeah. Glue treads definitely are not DOT approved puncture sidewall objects. So they're there to make you, or they're there to help you get to the trailhead so you can get yourself home. So yeah, don't run them on the road like Tyler does. Who knows what's going to happen to Tyler here in the future.
Yeah. I really do need to put one of my spare tires on. I'm just been lazy and not wanting to deal with beadlocks. And I'm like, yeah, it only leaks about maybe 5 PSI a week. So whatever.
It's not that bad. All right. Well, shall we jump over to, let's see, FNGs, I guess?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
pull that
hop
up.
on over.
Let's see. Yeah. We have got this would be September. September's FNGs. We have 0.
Oh,
I know. We haven't had a new subscriber actually since June. That's pretty wild.
July and August and September have been no new people.
Nobody new. Yeah, that's
they don't love us anymore.
All right. Well, then, do you want to go, and since I see you're in the document, do you want to talk about? Geez, look at all these October signups for 1-year birthdays. You wanna do birthdays?
Sure, we can do that. Let's see. So we got 1 years. We got Nathan Dillport, Logan. Oh, you just had me do this so you can hear me say the names. Logan, Sabati. I'm gonna go with Sabati.
It sounds good.
Sergio Rodriguez, Michelle Deerfoot, Nicholas Ramsey, Brandon Duncan. That's an easy one. Thank you for having an easy name, Brandon. Rob Bouchard. That's our buddy. He actually ended up having to pull out of the competition.
I know. I heard.
Yeah. But congratulations to him. It's for a good cause and a good reason why he's pulling out of the competition. So congrats, Rob. And we'll be chatting with you again soon here. Wayne Pekornik.
Sure. We'll go with that one.
Wayne Pekornik.
That's our Canadian listener. Our Canadian birthday boy. Yeah.
Wayne, I have a question.
It's at the very end of this podcast.
Oh, that's true. So yeah, Wayne, if you don't make it to the end of the podcast, I want to know 3 things. How do you tell somebody how far you're driving on a freeway? Like how far you need to drive on a freeway until your next exit? So like, do you say, I got to go 5 kilometers? Or do you say, I got to go 2 miles? I'm just kind of curious on that. And then how do you tell somebody how fast you're going? Are you going kilometers per hour or miles per hour? How much do you weigh? Are you pounds or kilograms? And what was the other one?
I think that was
distance, weight, speed. I think that was it. Yeah. I had a fascinating discussion with a Canadian buddy of mine that, because we were making fun of imperial versus metric systems, and he was kind of making fun of it too. And I was like, well, no, because he was making fun of the metric system. And I was like, well, you guys do everything in kilometers per hour. That's your whole speed up there. He goes, yeah, that's true. And he goes, but we talk about everything in distance, like miles. I was like, wait, what?
That's weird.
So your speed is kilometers per hour, but your distance is more miles. And then we started going over the different measurements and stuff. And we were like, it's so fucked up. They use both the imperial and the metric for different stuff.
Wow.
So
yeah. So
funny.
fill us in, Wayne. What do you guys do up there? How do you handle it?
Yeah. And last but not least, 1-year birthdays is Mr. Cody Harris. Get all the ladies going out there. Harris.
All right. So for 2-year birthdays, I'll do those.
Okay.
We have.
Well, that's an easy one. Come on.
I know.
That's not fair.
Sam Hardy. Congratulations, Sam Hardy. And I'll butcher this one. Carrie Bedenrick.
Yeah, sure.
Carrie Bederick.
Bednerick.
One of those is right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Carrie, call in. Let us know. So that's the 2-year birthdays, the 2 of you guys there. Next up for 3 years, we have Jonathan Williams. We have A to Z Pools and Hot Tubs. Shout out to Pools and Hot Tubs. I could use a hot tub. I've actually been debating on getting one, man.
We're going to get one.
Your guys are?
Yeah, eventually.
Sweet. I'll be over.
Sounds good. You can look at my feet.
Just don't bring Jimbo over while I'm there. That'd be... So that's Zach Cheney. Thanks, Zach. We got Nick DeLuca, Mr. Gladiator on 28s.
Yeah, and Lisa DeLuca right now is out doing the Rebel Rally. So been following along with Nick's Instagram and seeing how Lisa's doing. So that's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, she's getting click shy, I heard.
That's a bad thing to be.
Yeah. And then last but not least for the 3 years is Brian Spillane.
Yeah, Brian. Let's see. 4 years. We have 0.
What?
Wow. But we do have some 5 years.
We do. Ooh, these are the good ones because the 5 years are getting some fun stuff now.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk about that in just a second.
Mm-hmm. So for 5 years, we got Carlos Marquez, John Bodette. He leaves the light on for us.
Yes, he does.
We got Dave Wiles.
Yes. And
Ryan and Sarah.
Redenbaugh.
Yeah.
Congratulations, guys. 5 years. What up, everybody? Hey, this is Jimmy from the future. I realized when I was editing this podcast that we actually never announced the winner of last month's giveaway. So I wanted to do a quick shout out to Factor 55 and Justin. Thanks for coming on the podcast. Factor 55, thank you for giving us a fantastic item to give away this last month. And that item was the hammer strap, hammer loop, and ultra hook. So big thank you, Factor 55, for that. So the winner of all those fantastic tools is Arthur Tesores. I'm probably butchering that, Arthur. I do apologize. You got a crazy last name. It's probably like Zoros or something like that with a silent T at the start. But Arthur, congratulations. Thank you so much for being a supporter of the podcast. And like I just said, congratulations on winning the Factor 55 gear. All right, let's jump back to the regular scheduled podcast and talk about the 5-year anniversary gifts. Shall we talk about 5 years?
Yeah, I think we've got the plan out, and I think we sent some of them out with the gift boxes, right?
Yeah, so everybody that's a 5-year up until October should have had their 5-year anniversary gift in their gift boxes. And Brian, who's our November birthday, I believe, is picking his up whenever he comes and picks up all those tools.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's exciting. So, there was a few items in the gift box that we'll cover here in a little bit, but one of the items that came in the gift box for the 5-year anniversary people is a Carhartt 12-pack cooler that has ST 4x4 embroidered on the what do you want to pocket on the front? That's the word I was looking for. Super excited to get those out. I'm stoked how they came out. They look fantastic. It took us a little while to get the embroidery design completed. We were trying to do it with the actual snail and tire logo, and it was just too much happening for the embroidery company. So we went back to something super simple, and we did the ST 4x4 little logo in our font and put that on the pocket for you guys. So hope you guys enjoy our little gift for those 5-year people. Thank you so much for your continued support. And enjoy that little cooler bag that can supposedly hold up to 12 cans of beverage. We'll throw that one there.
I'm willing to bet you can probably put like 14 White Claws
Maybe
in that.
Yeah.
Just because they're a little skinnier, right?
Yeah, maybe. What about Coors Lights then? 13? Since they're a little more narrow, but taller.
Are they a little more narrow?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the can's different.
Cans are?
Coors Light cans are different than a lot of almost all the cans out there.
I never noticed that.
Their diameter is smaller, but they're a little taller. Serious?
Okay. Hold on. Pause. I'm going to grab one.
You're going to go check it out?
Okay, you win. I don't have any other cans to compare them against in the house. These are the only cans I have other than Simply's and White Claws.
Sure.
But it is definitely taller and narrower than like a soda can you get from Pepsi or Coca-Cola. Running up and down stairs when you're sick and you can't breathe is not a good thing. Just FYI when you're trying to podcast everybody.
Yeah. I think maybe I'll just clarify that one of the reasons that we are recording separately today is because I'm on call for jury duty this week. So I don't know when I was going to be free. And then you all of a sudden got sick and then you were running around to do doctor things and phone calls and going to get some medicine. And so just timelines aren't working out this week. They're quite all over the place. So
yeah,
we didn't know when I was going to be able to record. And so that's we found a window and we just jumped on and are starting recording, even though I have not yet been called for. That's a good thing. But I'm happy to hear.
Do you want to do jury duty?
I think it would be really interesting to do, but I'm not interested in doing it.
Okay.
I think it'd be interesting to kind of learn how it works or what it is all in that you have to do and what you're not allowed to do. And, you know, I don't know. I just think it'd be kind of interesting, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to spend the time learning that. I'd rather sit down and do my own work and do what I need to do so I can get paid and pay myself and not sit in a room and whatever they give you, like $10 a day to
something like
serve
that
on a jury, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I've heard you can get out of jury duty by claiming you're a racist. Just FYI, if you want to try that. See
I'm not sure if I want to go down that rabbit hole, but I have a few different ways. Besides, that's not one of them.
Okay. You've seen that show, right? The jury duty show,
the one where they. Well, I haven't. I didn't watch it, but the one where they pretty much followed one guy around and he was in a fake jury. Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called.
You haven't seen it. You have to watch that show. It is hilarious.
Okay. I think the assistant would really appreciate it too. So
she definitely would.
Well, anyways, I'm happy to hear that I won the Coors Light debate. I did drink many of those back in the day, and I figured I knew my can diameter fairly well.
Have they always been like that then?
Yeah. For as far as I remember, they have.
Okay. I wonder if they have that patented? Like, why did they choose that specific? Here we go. Product development, right? Why did they choose that specific can design rather than the one that everybody else uses?
I don't know. Well, even the thing is, even the Coors Banquet beer is the normal can size.
It is.
So just Coors Light is a different can.
Huh. Interesting. All right.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't have that answer.
Coors.
Yeah,
we would
reach out.
love a sponsorship and B to know the answer.
Yeah. Phone in 916-345-4744 and be a part of our snail mail episode and let us know why you decided to have the Coors Light can a different size. I'm really, really curious.
Yep. We're getting to the bottom of the important questions here on SnailTrail4x4. So,
yeah. Well, circling all the way around to seeing how many cans you could fit into your cooler bag.
That's right. Big
thank you to those 5-year anniversary people for your continued support. I hope you enjoy the cooler bag that we got, the Carhartt cooler bags. I think they're really nice looking. Let's see. We've got 3 more people, including Brian, to get their cooler bags. And we'll get those to you on your months. Brian, whenever you come and pick up your winnings from whatever that was, whatever's before September, July. When did he win? August. He won the tools in August.
Yeah, some nice gear wrench stuff.
Yeah, the gear wrench tools from August. So whenever you pick those up, you can get your cooler bag and I believe your gift box, because I think we're holding that hostage until you show up.
Yeah.
And then Reed, if you listen to this before I get you your gift box, I have it and I'll hand it off to you.
Stripper Reed?
Stripper Reed. Yep.
Nice.
I'm going to see him hopefully this week. So I'm going to be able to give it to him.
Sweet. And just FYI, everybody's winnings from Tool Month, we've heard that about half of the stuff is in, and they want to wait until everything is in to ship stuff out. So we are still hounding Walter about everything. And so we'll get everything out to you guys as soon as we can. We are messaging them weekly, if not daily, to make sure that you guys get your winnings. So sorry you haven't got them yet. We apologize. They apologize. But they are still in the works and they're still en route to get to you. So
yes. Yeah, we apologize for this. This was a unforeseen issue that happened. So we're gonna try to make some corrections for next and solve this problem. Yeah. All right. I think that's pretty much it on FNG's birthdays and everything. Why don't we move into the gift boxes and everything we have going that gift box was related to, which is kind of a fun new thing that Morphlate and maybe even Snail Armor might take on. We'll see what happens.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, let's take a quick break then. We'll hear some words about why Onyx is a pretty awesome piece of software that everybody going off-roading or off-grid should be checking out and making use of. It's a very handy tool. So we'll hear a couple words from them, I should say, from us. And then we'll be right on back to talk about some really cool stuff that Morphlate and hopefully maybe Snail Armor will be doing.
Are you stuck inside? Are you not sure where you want to go to explore? Well, open the Onyx Off-Road app. It shows you all the trails around you and it tells you their difficulty. Now you can quickly search out your next adventure or plan your next trip. Download Onyx Off-Road from the App Store. Onyx Off-Road, built for the adventurer.
Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentle ladies, to the Thursday topic.
What in the butt?
Yeah, sure.
That one.
That's what it was. So we got some really cool stuff coming up that Morphlate, and it sounds like Snail Armor might be doing too. That's pretty exciting. Puts a big smile on my face. The gift boxes were kind of a way to launch it, talk about it, let everybody know what's going on, highlight it. It's a good word. So let's start off with what was in the gift boxes.
So some of the items in the box were, there's 2 items in the box, but there was 3 items that were a part of the box. The first thing that was in the box, that's probably the one that most everybody's messaging us and saying that they absolutely love, is a slate round with the Rubicon Trail etched onto that slate. And it's a map of the Rubicon, the one that we made for the big sluice tree that fell.
Mm-hmm.
And so we designed that a while ago. We etched it onto some of those rounds. We gave them away and had them raffled off at events. And so now we have etched that onto the slate for you guys. This is a custom one. This is one that we've designed just for you guys. It has, some more characteristics for the Snail Squad members than the general public will get. So it's a little bit special. There's only going to be, how many people got gift boxes?
I think 61.
62?
62.
Yeah, plus the 2 more people that might win them. So I think we're at like 64 people that are going to be getting these plaques, and nobody else is going to get them. So they're sort of unique on that aspect. Totally going to be worth tons of money because it's going to be a collector's item here in the near future. And so you should hold on to it or trade it away, one or the other. At least get some Dana 60s for them.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That round, like Jimmy said, it's the original design. We modified it a little bit to make it special for the gift box and the listeners here. So, one thing somebody pointed out that we totally forgot to put on the map:
Oh, what's that?
Snail Hill.
That's true. We should have done that for our listeners. Yeah.
I was originally thinking there wasn't enough room on the map to put in Snail Hill there, but I pulled up the map real quick and looked at it, and I was like, we totally could have put it in there.
We missed it. That's what we did. We totally missed that.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah. Well, that's a bummer. So the rounds, what do they retail on Moreflate's website for like $45? I think it is 45 or $50.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. I think it's 45.
Yeah. So that's the value of the round. That's what we valued the round as. If you were to purchase one of these on Moreflate's website, that's what it costs. But the thing is that these are the part of the donation website on Moreflate's side. And so the vast majority of the income on that round goes to an organization of your choice. Is that how Moreflate's doing it?
Yeah, so essentially 100% of the net profits. So we take out the cost of the round, the cost of the laser stuff, the overhead to print up laser everything, and then package and ship everything, shipping. So the net proceeds, which ends up being about $20 per round, we send 100 of that net profits off to the advocacy organization of your choice. And so whenever you go and purchase something from the fundraiser section of the Moreflate website, it ends up being, I tried to set up all the prices so it's just easy. $20. $20 gets sent to the advocacy organization, and there's a drop-down menu when you add the item to your cart that will tell us which organization you want that $20 to go to. So we have the Rubicon Trail round, which will not be the SnailTrail4x4 round. It's a more of a simplified, it doesn't have all the extra SnailTrail4x4 stuff on it, but it has the Rubicon Trail map, the legend, the compass, everything there. We have the Fordyce Creek Trail set up, and we have the Barrett Lake 4x4 trail. So we're starting with those three trails. We'll add more as time goes on. If there's special requests from people to be like, hey, I really want Metal Masher to be on a round, or I really want not Hell's Gate, the full trail, to be on the round. We could do that as well. Yeah, Hell's Revenge. Thank you. So it's just going to, I think, come down to the requests. Whatever we get requests for will be the next ones that we will launch. And so we have those rounds, and they're pretty cool. Slate is a really fun thing to laser engrave and laser etch because it creates this really high contrast when you burn it. Slate is a very dark material naturally, and when you burn it with a laser, it burns like a bright white almost.
Yeah. It's really neat.
And so you get this really high contrast for laser etching. It's right now my favorite material to laser etch. So I've been playing around with different ways to laser slate. And so these slate rounds, they're 12-inch rounds. They're about, I don't know, half an inch thick, maybe a quarter inch thick, 3/8. And they have little feet on the backside of them. So you can use them as trivets. You can use them as charcuterie plates. You can use them, you just hang on a wall if you just want to use them as wall art. And there's a bunch of different ways to do that. There's plate hangers for walls. You can use mirror brackets that are usually like clear L brackets to put on a wall, or you can drill a hole through the slate and just wall anchor right into your drywall. Lots of different ways to mount them to the wall. Just depends on how you want to do it. I ended up making one of each, putting them in my bar, and then I created one of Rubicon and one of Barrett Lake. And on Amazon, you can find these little trivet spinners that creates a Lazy Susan out of it, right? And so I put the slates on top of those, and when company comes over, we can serve charcuterie or chips and dip on them or something like that, and it spins around real nicely. So those are the rounds and kind of what we are starting here on the Moreflight website, and we're going to be looking to expand. Again, one of the main goals for Moreflight is to help funnel funds and funding back into organizations that are doing advocacy work for off-road trails. And so we're going to live by that, and we're going to continue living by that. And this is an expansion of that idea.
Yeah, it's a fantastic idea. It's also a great kickoff way to share it out there. You know, everybody that's getting one can talk about them with their friends. They can say how it helps the community, how it brings more money into our, off-road community, and the donations are going to places that you can choose and to organizations that you want it to that might be doing good things in your area, which leads us into the second item in the bag, which was a MF trash bag, which is just another one of the items that is on the fundraiser side of the Moreflight page. Those retail for $35, and it's a fantastic mesh bag with some eyelets on the top that fits a decent sized trash bag inside of it. So you can leave it that way, or you can just throw your cans straight into it or trash straight into it, and it'll hold it all quite well. The hardest part I know with Kermit is figuring out a good place to put it, but I've got a spot on Bobcat that fits that trash can perfectly. And I've been rocking the trash can on the back of Bobcat for a while now, and it's just nice to have a trash that's out there and easy and accessible outside of your vehicle, that you don't have to worry about stinking up what you throw in it or any of that. And if you're walking along on the trail and you automatically find some trash, it's a nice, easy place for people to toss trash because it's just right there. Yeah, go ahead, throw it in my trash bag. No big deal.
Yep. Yeah, one of the things I really like about these heavy-duty vinyl mesh trash bags is that you don't really need to run an inner liner if you don't want to, because you can just take it, and once you get home, dump everything out and then just spray it down.
Yeah.
It's super easy to clean out and prepare for your next trip. So
absolutely. And then do you want to talk about the last item in the box?
Yeah. So
which wasn't really in the box, but it wasn't a part of the box.
Yeah. So we take, what is it? Our goal is to take your $60 that you've spent on the gift boxes and make $80 out of it. And that's including the shipping of your gift box to you and everything, total cost, everything in. And so we had a little bit extra left over, and we were like, well, can we find another item? What can we do with it? And we decided to make a $20 donation for every person in the gift box tier to Blue Ribbon Coalition.
Yep.
So along with your slates, you guys got the slates, and sticking true to the kind of $20 per slate purchased goes to a trail advocacy organization. We took, what was $1,250,
I was just going to do, I forgot what it was. So 64, I think I did, times 20 is $1,280.
There you go. So $1,280. We made a donation to Blue Ribbon Coalition on for the SnailTrail 4x4 listeners.
Yeah.
So huge shout out to everybody that listens to us and is a part of the gift boxes and doing what you guys do to support us and the channel here at SnailTrail 4x4. It allows us to do some pretty cool stuff, like donate $1,200 to Blue Ribbon Coalition.
Yeah. Was I correct about the price for the trash bags? Are those $35?
Yep, $35.
So all that comes out to be a total price value for the box of $100. So there you go. We did we went over a little bit, but I think that it was definitely worth that donation to BRC. It's right in line with everything that's been going on with the theme of this gift box. We're giving you guys the items that are available on the Moreflight website right now, and we included the donation in addition to BRC. So it's just, the hand is feeding the hand that's donating the hands that's giving the hands. Somebody's getting some handsies. Who knows what's going on?
Somebody's getting handsies. I like that line. All right. That's it. There's a t-shirt for you.
I love it. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. The gift box, we're super excited to get that out to you guys. I'm excited for Morphlate to be, pushing the industry to give back to the industry, which is one of Tyler's motivations for a long time, and giving back and motivating people to give back into this industry. I know that you've been doing that with giveaway items as well when people reach out to you, and just all in many different ways. So big thank you, Tyler, for continuously striving to make improvements in the off-road industry.
Yeah, man, it's something that means a lot to me. I would love to still have a lot of off-road trails around and not have everything shut down due to 30 by 30. When my son gets older and he goes and enjoys the outdoors, if he ends up loving enjoying the outdoors, I'd like there still to be an outdoors to enjoy. So
yeah,
and for everybody else out there, it's not just me personally a selfish thing. I really truly do believe that the outdoors is something that human beings need in their lives. So the more that we can work to make sure that we still have access to it, is the better. That everybody needs to step up and do more. So this is me trying to step up and do more.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope you guys enjoyed the gift box. I hope you guys enjoyed that little trivet or the slate. We really like the design of that thing. I think it came out quite well. Yeah, $100 gift box for you guys. And so if you want to get in for the gift boxes for the next round, it's going to be something completely different. It seems like every time we do a gift box, we don't know exactly what we're going to do, and we end up talking about it and figuring it out along the way. I think we already have a plan or an idea of what we're doing for next gift box, but I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet, especially the Morphlate trash bag. The cat shouldn't come out of that at any time. And let's see. So if you want to get in for the gift box tier, go over to irate4x4 and sign up now to get a gift box from Tyler and I in April.
Sweet. I like it. And if you guys wanted more of these slate rounds, or say you didn't get one because you were not in the gift box tier, they are available over on Morphlate's website just go to the shop at the top menu, and then the pull down that is there is under Trail Advocacy Fundraisers. I believe you can also search fundraisers in the search bar, and the items should all pop up for you. So
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shall I get into I would like to actually talk about REI for a split second. Then do I want to do some septic tank updates, and then we'll save Barrett Lake for Monday?
Let's do REI. I think that's a good point, a good topic to hit right now. It goes along with that. And then let's save, I don't know how much I'm going to want to talk about Barrett Lake, just because talking is exhausting right now. But we can do a septic and Barrett Lake on Monday's episode.
Okay, sure. We can do that. Tyler, in regards to REI, Tyler and I have talked quite at length for a few episodes. Well, not at length. We've hinted at it a few times throughout the years that REI, don't buy at REI because they're big supporters in Sierra Club. And I had somebody reach out to me and question that. And so I did some deep diving. I contacted REI. I'm actually an REI member. I'm sure a lot of us are. And I started inquiring about Sierra Club. And I went down the rabbit hole trying to be nonchalant about it. Be just like, hey, where does my money go when I make purchases at REI? I know you're like a co-op, and how does that all work? Right. And then so I just started getting narrower and narrow and narrow. And eventually I just had to be like, and really what it comes down to is none of the money. It sounds like none of the money from your purchases go to those or any of the organizations. It's you signing up as an REI member is where the money goes. As a chunk of that money goes out to the companies that they are donating money to. Anyways, long story short here, REI is no longer supporting Sierra Club. They do support a subcategory of the Sierra Club called Outdoor Alliance for Kids at Sierra Club Foundation. So take that as you want. Take it as take it or leave it. I personally am like, well, okay, is it for the kids? I'm in. I don't care. Get the kids outdoors one way or another. Then when the kids get older, they can get their choice and they can choose if they want to continue with the supporting Sierra Club or move on to some advocacies about stuff that's not limiting their outdoor activities. And maybe we should, I'll let you talk real quick about why we didn't like Sierra Club and why we asked people to sort of not shop at REI for that short time.
Yeah. First off, the children's educational outdoor thing that they are supporting, I went and looked that up. It's actually, they focus a lot of the efforts of that program on at-risk inner city kids.
Oh, cool.
Right. So kids who would never in their life really get the opportunity to even go up into the mountains and enjoy the outdoors and enjoy our forests and our public lands that we have. So it's a good program. No matter who's doing it, the fact that it's helping get kids out there that would probably never get to go see a redwood in their life or a high Sierra Lake or something like that. It's a good program. So there's that about the kids program. Back in, God, I forget how long ago it was that my research pulled it up. I want to say it was mid 2000s, mid through the late 2000s, early 2010s. REI was giving something around like 4 to 5 million just by guesstimating. They never said exactly how much in their reports. They would just say that they gave, I don't know, something like 20 million in a year, and their number 3 donor was Sierra Club. So you can just kind of guesstimate that it was somewhere between 2 and 5 million would be my guess based on that. So Sierra Club, though, is a really interesting organization that their goal is to create wilderness everywhere. And really, they believe that humans are these evil, evil things that are absolutely destroying our environment. Everything we do, from walking through dispersed areas to doing mountain bike riding to riding horses to whatever it is, they believe that humans are, to their core, detrimental to the environment. So their goal is to create wilderness areas wherever they can, or destroy access for humans to get into places wherever they can. And so back in, I want to say it was 2008, 2007, 2008, right around there was a lawsuit placed on the National Forest Service in the High Sierras here in California that shut down 42 vehicular access trails and routes in the Sierras. It was the 42 trail closure. And it was all based on quote unquote bad hydrology data that essentially somebody didn't cross their T and dot their I, right? It wasn't even that the data was bad. It was just that the way they collected it was bad, or wasn't the correct process according to how hydrology data should be collected. I believe when the data went back and done correctly, it ended up being the same data, the same results anyways.
Same outcome.
So yeah, the same outcome. But because they didn't do it the quote unquote correct way, Sierra Club found out about it and shut down 42 trails all at once. And it was a solid almost decade, 8.5 years. I think Barrett Lake was the last trail to reopen from the 42 trails closure. And there's a good chunk of the trails that never did reopen. So Sierra Club, they go after snowmobilers. So Sierra Club is big on the Pacific Crest Trail, the PCT, and protecting the PCT. And there's the Pacific Crest Friends of the Pacific Crest Trail. They work very hand in hand with Sierra Club to make sure that the PCT is always there and has as little sound pollution as possible. It seems like that's always their biggest gripe and their biggest concern is the sound of motors. So snowmobiles, they've gotten snowmobiles locked off of certain areas of the PCT, which when you think about it is completely asinine, because if there's a snowmobile on the PCT, I doubt somebody's going to be hiking the PCT at that time.
I don't know. There might be some weirdos out there.
There might, yeah. I'm one of those weirdos that loves going out and snow wheeling and snow camping. So, but it's just funny to me that they think that their form of recreation is better than everybody else's, and their form of recreation should be the only form of recreation that should be allowed, which is hiking and backpacking. No, non-assisted hiking and backpacking, which means there's a huge category of disabled people that don't get to enjoy recreation then. So what are we doing for them? It's just one of those things where I feel like they're very self-centered and they don't really think about the repercussions of their actions and what they're really trying to do to help human beings have better lives. I really, truly do believe that people getting out into the wilderness helps human beings. And so if we limit that, no matter how we're limiting it, doesn't matter how we're limiting it. If we're limiting it in any way, shape, or form, it's not good. And they don't see it that way. They want to limit it to only their form of recreation, which is too bad.
Yeah, it does not make Jimmy happy at all. Also, we have learned about wilderness areas from Ben and how those are like nobody's allowed to go in them. So this the Sierra Club was really pushing to turn things into wilderness areas. So not only are they locking it out from people in their own organization, but they're locking it out for you and I as well.
Yeah, which is really, I think that I honestly truly believe that Sierra Club's members do not fully grasp the idea and concept of what a wilderness area is.
No, probably not.
And what that means for their own access to go and enjoy the recreation that they want to enjoy. I really don't think they understand what they're doing. I know that I love my grandfather. He's an amazing person. He taught me a lot about what it is to be an outdoor advocate. But even he was like, no, there's certain places we need, like there's a place that's very dear to his heart. He was trying to set up a wilderness area around it. And I was like, you realize that if that gets set up as a wilderness area, you don't get to go visit that anymore. And he never could fully grasp that concept.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I honestly don't think that Sierra Club is doing a lot of good. I think that we can be doing things better as human beings to manage and maintain our outdoor environments for recreation, for natural resources, for natural sustainability. I think that there's a lot more options out there, and that closure is just the lazy, uneducated way to try and deal with the problem that really it needs us to do better.
Absolutely. I do agree with that. I'm looking for that REI sent me. Here it is. So in 2023, REI donated $6 million to 74 non-profit partners. And then I have it's funny because I couldn't really find the best list for that, but they did give me a list of their grantee communities and their grants, the people that got their grants. I didn't add it up, but there is a lot of people on this list. With the biggest one was Nature and Health Alliance in Austin, Texas, which it lists their headquarter location, which got $250,000 in 2022. But there are the dates and times on here, or dates and headquarter locations. So like the next one's down is the Learning Network of the Nature and Health Alliance in 2024 got $200,000. So I can, I'll send this over to Tyler, the link to that. So if you guys want to check out these links, you definitely can. You can get your own eyes on what REI is doing. And I think with that, for the most part, I think we kind of debunked the Sierra Club information. If you want to continue to shop or want to start or continue to shop at REI, it's not as bad as it used to be.
There you go. Yeah, we know that our money isn't, at least for now, going to Sierra Club. But another on that similar topic, I've been meaning to talk about this for a long time now. I always keep forgetting about it. Sierra Nevada, the brewing company.
Okay.
Yeah, the brewery. I got chewed out one time from somebody because Moreflate uses a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale to show off our bottle boards that RERIM makes.
Your what?
Our bottle boards. They're the traction boards, the bottle openers.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have, I picked the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale because it's a bottle and it works with our bottle opener, but it has a nice bright green label on it, right? And somebody chewed me out saying that Moreflate was supporting directly Sierra Club because Sierra Nevada donates a ton of money to Sierra Club as well. And so I reached out to Sierra Nevada Brewing and said, hey, I run a business. I'm using one of your guys' products in order to show off my products. I'm just kind of curious. Do you guys make donations to Sierra Club? And they said, nope, we do not. We may have done it around 20 years ago, but that's it. Once we realized that it was a problem, they stopped doing it and they haven't done it in at least a decade. So for anybody out there that thinks Sierra Nevada Brewery also gives money to Sierra Club, that is false.
Got it. We're just breaking all the myths today. This is fantastic.
Right? Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think that's it. I think we've covered everything that we had planned to cover on this episode. And
cool.
We have supported two companies, Sierra Nevada Brewing and REI. So go have fun with them. I might need a new rain jacket, so maybe I'll start thinking about checking out REI again.
There you go. Cool. Sounds good. If you guys have any comments, any feedback for us, feel free to send them on over to the voicemail at 916-345-4744. We love hearing from you guys. We go over voicemails on Friday's episode. That's kind of the kickback, relax, have fun with the listeners episode, let our hair down, put our feet up. So yeah, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow on Snail Mail. And then on Monday, we'll have some fun stories for everybody.
Yeah. Are we going to be able to do a snail mail this week?
Ooh, good question. I think so. I think I can pull up the Google Voice
on the computer.
On my computer. Right. I don't know how we can tap it into Riverside though. I'll have to look into that.
We'll figure it out. We're going to try, ladies and gentlemen, we'll try to have a snail mail for you this week. If not, we'll follow up the following week with that. And you can always hit us up as well on Instagram. I'm over at SnailTrail4x4. Tyler's at 4x4 Toyota Tyler. And you can email us, Jimmy or Tyler at SnailTrail4x4.com.
Sweet. I like it a lot. Jimmy Jet, any final words for everybody out there today?
I think Snail Armor is going to definitely get into giving a donation side of things. I think my laser can handle some of that.
Awesome. I agree. You have a pretty awesome laser over there. So with that, my friends, don't forget, keep crawling. Everybody's excited to hear Jimmy's joke.
Did you know the other day the assistant asked for a divorce? Yeah. She said I was too un-American.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it coming a kilometer away.
All right. You know what's funny?
No.
Canadians are confused.
Why are they
confused? Confused people. They measure distance in kilometers.
Okay.
They measure height in feet and inches.
Okay.
They measure weight, I believe, in pounds, maybe tons. What else are they? They go back and forth between the two measurement systems.
Interesting.
Like it just depends on what they're talking about in the context, but they don't stick to imperial or metric.
I wonder if it's only the people in Quebec are on metric, but the whole rest of the country is on the standard system.
No, it's they literally intermix it between each individual.
Interesting.
It's not like one people does metric and one people does imperial. It's the same person will do both measurements.